Welcome, guys. You know what? I'm gonna do something first. I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna switch it up instead of Bitcoin first. Let's just get this Solana thing going. So what is going on right now? As you can see, network restart is underway. So once this hits 80%, then the network is going to restart. And hopefully that doesn't take too long. But I had this up for like maybe 30 minutes, and it has been moving pretty quickly. You could see it's at 76%. So the network is about to restart. Now, what happened exactly? Well, they haven't really released it yet, but we do know that approximately 1022, sorry, I can't talk, UTC, something happened. The block stopped producing. There was just no more. So basically they tweeted out that they're investigating. They have found a new, or they developed a new patch that will be patching all the validators. And then once they do, they're going to restart and things will start working again. But you know, it's quite amazing. Despite this happening, Solana barely dipped. It didn't even move. This is how strong the Solana holders are. I don't know what you call Solana holders. Solanians or something. I've just made that up. But anyways, you know, like right now, if you see, you know, there hasn't been an block since 4 hours ago. But it looks like things are about to restart and fix themselves. Now, in case you're wondering, I used to be very bearish on Solana for one reason and one reason alone. It was really because of the outages. But since 2023, they made big strides, and we haven't seen it. The last time Solana had an outage that required a reboot was back early 2023, around February. So it's been about a year. And since then, nothing. But if you go back 2022, 2021, many outages. But they have been improving and improving and improving. So this is what it looks like. This is a pretty cool site from Solana. It shows you like the main, they call it the mainnet beta. They still call it a beta, even though that's the mainnet. You can see this is the uptime for the last 90 days, 99.84%, which isn't too bad. But this is like an overall view. For a monthly view, you could see, okay, we have a red dot or red square. And then you have to go back all the way here to February. Okay, February was an 18-hour downtime, which isn't good, right? But you can see the entire 2023, outside of February, clean as whistle. Even with all the airdrops, with all the increased volume on Jupiter and Jitto and Radium and Orca and everything, it's been pretty solid. So it'll be quite interesting to hear about like what exactly happened. But then if you go back, you know, the 2022 is when it got really bad. You could see October, September, June, May, April, January. See, that's why. That's why I was, you know, for a time period, I was like, you know what? Solana just has way too many outages versus everyone else, right? But since 2023, they've really changed. I mean, you could see it's all green until now, right? So they've done some good stuff. And like I said, Solana holders are going to keep on holding. They're not going to give up. So actually, that's the latest. And they might even turn green today, even with this. Bitcoin is a little bit in the green. All right, so that's the latest with Solana. In case you're wondering, it's about to reboot. And hopefully after it reboots, there's going to be no more problems. So it's going to hit 80%. And I don't know if it's like as simple as a computer rebooting. It's not, because all the validators have to reboot, but I'm assuming they all come up really quickly afterwards. Chronos, not a big fan. I am a big fan of these three though. Actually 4 if you look at it. Cosmos, Say, Beam, and Vechain. Very bullish on these, right? So while they're down about, these are down about 10%, Vechain down about 7%, I think they're a terrific pickup. I think they're all do well, very well in 2024. Cosmos, I just got done saying, right? All these chains, these L1 chains are out of Cosmos. So I think they're going to do well. Say, also, another one that's going to do well. That is out of Cosmos. Beam, which is within Avalanche. They're focused on games. They were at $1 billion market cap not too long ago. So right now at 883, down 10% for the last 30 days. I think they're a good buy good bargain. And same with Vechain. Vechain is just so underrated. They need to do a little bit more in terms of attracting retail investors. They're mostly focused on businesses, but I think their UFC partnership is doing a whole lot in terms of community building. So I like all of them, and I think they're good. Sheeb, Stellar, no. Kaspa, Aptos, I'm neutral on them, but I think, and same thing, Polkadot, they're down, 5%. I think they're going to do well. There's no doubt I think they're going to do well, but I'm just not super bullish on them. Polygon, Optimism, Arbitrum, I like all three. These are they're big L2s, right? Big L2s. According to this, Arbitrum is not even down in the last 30 days. So I don't know how I got stuck in this order. but I do think, regardless, Optimism is down, Polygon is down. Especially Polygon, look at it, even the last 60 days is down, while Optimism is up, Arbitrum is up. So Polygon is going through a shift right now. So they're trying to transition to Poly 2, and they're trying to push their ZK EVM. So they're kind of in that transition mode. But I still think they're going to do fantastic. Still one of the biggest L2s out there. And they're forming a lot of partnerships too. They're pushing the ZK EVM to a lot of other chains. And that's going to be important in the future, including Immutable. But Optimism and Arbitrum, they're the biggest L2s right now. And they keep on increasing their TVLs. And they have their own thing. Like Arbitrum has layer 3s now. Optimism is trying to do super chains. Kind of going a different direction, but they're both scaling solutions for Ethereum. It's like super bearish. Like, we're down so much. Most of these projects are not for the last 30 days. They're down like 3%. Now, granted, some of these are down double digits. That makes some huge bargains. But most of these are just down very little. And if I keep scrolling, you're going to see a lot in the green, in double-digit greens, right? And even in double-digit greens, I'm just going to go over a few of them because I love them. Immutable X, I do love. I think they're going to do very well. Celestia, I told you guys. I just noticed Celestia is now a bigger market cap than Injective. I can't believe that. I just saw Injective was 2.8 something. Celestia is around 2.9. So Celestia has overtaken Injective as the biggest L1 within Cosmos. That's kind of interesting. Manta Network I covered before. They're an L2 network using the Optimum code base. They're going to do fantastic, I think, and they're only at less than 700 million market cap. Blur now has become the biggest NFT marketplace. I think they're going to do well. They're up 24%. You got Chainlink. I just talked about Chainlink. I've become really bullish on Chainlink. They're up 38%, and I think they're just going to have fantastic year. So Helium is interesting because of Helium Mobile, right? They're doing very well. That mobile carrier could really carry them in this year. And then you got like Pith Network, another one, Sui, based out of Silicon Valley. Man, you got a lot of great movers. A lot of great movers. Even though these are up, I'm still very bullish on a lot of them because I just think they're going to have fantastic years. Whatever numbers we're seeing right now is the tip of the iceberg. Because by the time this cycle, this year, no, not this cycle. By the time this year is over, many of these will be 10x higher. I'm not exaggerating. I honestly think Solana could be at $1,000 by the end of this year. And if Solana could do a 10x, then Chainlink, for example, can probably do like a 12 to 15x. And same thing with the Avalanche. And many others could definitely do more than a 10x. So that's how bullish I am for this year. I just think it's going to be fantastic.